Two armies faced each other on opposite hills: God's people, the Israelites, and their enemies, the Philistines. The Philistines had a secret weapon, a giant named Goliath, taller than any man, covered in heavy armor, and carrying a spear like a tree trunk. Every morning and evening Goliath stomped into the valley and shouted his challenge.
Send me a man to fight. If he beats me, we'll serve you. But if I win, you'll serve us.
His voice boomed like thunder and his laughter shook the ground. The Israelite soldiers were terrified. They hid, whispering, too afraid to face the giant.
No one dared to fight him. We felt so small and weak.
For 40 days Goliath taunted them, and fear covered the camp like a heavy blanket. The soldiers forgot that God was on their side. They looked at Goliath's size and their own weapons and lost hope.
Who can save us from this giant? He's too big.
They needed a hero, but they forgot God was bigger than any giant. For 40 days the challenge echoed, and no one stepped forward. The Israelites felt helpless, their faith shrinking with each shout. Goliath seemed unstoppable, but God was about to send someone unexpected. The army waited, desperate for hope. The giant's shadow loomed over them all. They needed someone to remember God's power, and God was ready to show them. Far from the battle, a young shepherd named David cared for his father's sheep. He wasn't a soldier, but he loved God and trusted him completely.
One day, David's father sent him to bring food to his brothers at the army camp.
Take this food to your brothers and see how they are.
David arrived and saw the soldiers hiding, afraid of Goliath's challenge.
Who is this giant shouting against God's army?
That's Goliath. No one dares to fight him.
David's heart filled with courage. He knew this was God's battle, not just a fight against a giant.
I'll fight him.
The soldiers stared at David, a shepherd boy, not a warrior. But David wasn't focused on the giant's size. He trusted in God's strength. He remembered how God helped him protect his sheep from lions and bears. David believed God would help him now.
With God's help, I can do this.
David's faith made him brave. He was ready to face the giant not for his own glory but to show God's power. Even a small boy could do great things with God. David went to King Saul and offered to fight Goliath.
I will fight the giant.
You're just a boy. He's a warrior.
Saul worried, but David told him how God helped him fight lions and bears.
God saved me before, he'll save me now.
Saul saw David's faith.
Go, and may the Lord be with you.
Saul tried to dress David in heavy armor, but it was too big and clumsy. David took it off. He didn't need armor or a sword. He chose his shepherd's staff and his sling, tools he trusted. David's strength was his faith in God, not weapons. He picked up 5 smooth stones from a stream.
I trust God, not armor.
David was ready to face the giant as he was, a shepherd with a big heart. He walked into the valley, trusting God completely. The soldiers watched, amazed at his courage. David knew God would fight for him. David stepped into the valley with his sling and stones.
Am I a dog, that you come at me with sticks?
Goliath mocked David, but David stood firm.
You come with a sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord. Today God will show his power.
Goliath charged, but David ran toward him. He took a stone, placed it in his sling, and swung it fast. The stone flew and struck Goliath's forehead. The giant crashed to the ground, defeated.
The Philistines ran away in fear. God's people cheered. God had won the battle.
David's faith, not his size, brought victory. Even the smallest person can do great things with God. The Israelites remembered God's strength. The giant was gone, and hope returned. When we face our own giants, faith makes us brave. Sometimes, all it takes is one little stone.